What were you doing at the ages of 14 to 17? Personally, I'm still in school learning things like math and science. Well, I try anyways. How about you? Melting in your chair at work? At school as well? Watching this video, which is probably the best out of these three, ask any of these kids here and they will tell you that they were unable to do their math homework because they were playing in the Champions League or something like that. So today I thought, could there really be a full starting 11 with players that aren't adults? Well, that is exactly what we're going to be investigating in this video. Some of these players you may already know, and you may learn about some new rising ballers, so stick around till the end. So, without further ado, here is my 17 and under starting 11. Please note that the following have not turned 18 yet as of this recording. Goalkeeper, Paul Argny. One of the clean sheets leaders at the U17 World Cup last year in Indonesia, having not conceded until the semi-finals, Paul Argny is the starting keeper for France's U18 team currently. Standing at 186 centimeters, his reflexes and decision-making are out of this world. During his international career, he has kept 9 clean sheets from 17 games. He plays for Le Havre's AC's B team and their U19 team, where both teams haven't been the best, if you can believe that. But Argny stands out as a diamond in the rough. Had it not been for him, they would be in a much worse state than third last in the standings. I felt kind of weird picking this one as his teammates are brilliant on the international stage, but the opposite can be said for his club. It's safe to say he is one of the best keepers at his age, and in a couple years' time, he'll be starting for a first or second division side with hopefully better defenders. Centre back, Joachim Kai-Sanda. Another French player, Joachim Kai-Sanda plays for Valenciennes FC in Ligue 2 and was an integral part of France's U17 finalist squad for the U17 World Cup. He has what you expect in every centre back, but at a young age. Tall, at 187 centimeters, physical and assertive on the pitch. No matter how much pressure is on him, he's calm on the ball and makes precise passes to his teammates. Joachim is also quick to get to the ball before the opposition attack with 2.74 tackles per 90, which makes him reliable at the back. He has 4 international caps so far, proving he is also a leader worthy of captaincy. In my opinion, Kai-Sanda is a serious asset that makes him undeniably a good option for teams seeking young prospects like Ajax or Bayer Leverkusen if one of their centre backs were to leave. He has moved up from playing in the U19 French League to playing regular professional football as of January this year. The only way for him is up, we can only hope. Centre back, Paul Cubarsí. Our first La Masia star, Paul Cubarsí, at the young age of just 17, is a quick and decisive tackler. Standing at 186 centimeters, he can always find the ball instead of the player most of the time during his challenges. He has had 2 international caps so far in his first 2 international games, so there's a high chance he will come up with more in the future as he gets older and gets more playtime for Spain. This season, he spent more time playing senior football rather than the youth leagues for both FC Barcelona and Spain. If that isn't impressive, I don't know what is, as most young players make occasional cameo appearances, then go back to their age group. In a few years' time, I see him becoming a starter for the next 5 years before someone like Manchester United or Paris Saint-Germain signs him. Keep an eye out for him. He might very likely be a Carlos Puyol regen. Left back, Marvin Akahomen. Just so you know, I couldn't find a left back under the age of 18, so Marvin Akahomen will do, as he is mainly a centre back. It's certainly hard to find a left back that has both a noticeable club and country career. He's played a couple games at left back, hence why I chose him. But enough of that. Born on June 15th, 2007, and currently 186 centimeters tall, I'm beginning to see a pattern here. Akahomen likes to stick a foot out front to win a clean ball and likes to sometimes dribble, taking the ball up the field as far as he can. The latter is quite unusual for a defender, so that is a good special quality that makes him stand out from the rest. Some of you Swiss football fans may tell me he's only in the 3rd division of Swiss football, and you'd be right. However, he is one of the main men keeping FC Basel's U21 side just above the relegation zone. And if that wasn't enough, on March 14th this year, he was called up to the first team. With the Swiss Super League ending near the end of the month, we can only be sure he will be able to showcase his skills in the last few games or so. On his debut appearance, Aka Homan obtained a dual win rate of 63%, so that's a promising sign. During his Switzerland stint this season, he has started every game and kept 4 clean sheets so far. Might he get more first team playing time? Is he a good call-up for the Euros this season? There are so many questions to be asked about this young wonder kid. Right back, Eric Da Silva. One of the U17 World Cup winners, Eric Da Silva, is the definition of the good or reliable, as he can play anywhere on the right and sometimes center forward. Whenever he has the ball, he stays calm and waits for the right moment to make the perfect pass. As good as he is joining the attack, the same can be said about his defensive abilities. With a towering height of 185 centimeters or 6'1", he has the ability to win headers and intercept the ball from attackers with his long legs. He plays for FC St. Pauli's B team, which is in the 4th tier of the German football pyramid, and also had the opportunity to play for the first team as well. Da Silva has 4 goals in the 14 games he's played for them so far, which is a good start as he was signed beginning of March. With a great international career and a promising club career as well, it'll be very soon he gets signed to a German club higher up in the 2nd division or with St. Pauli themselves. He also has a 30-day contract, so let me know if you think he will sign with them permanently in the comments below. Center mid, Ethan Nwaneri. If you told me you remembered his name from the 22-23 season to now, I'd say you're lying. Being the youngest ever player in the Premier League, Ethan Nwaneri plays for Arsenal's U21 team and has 18 goals in 20 games for all competitions this season. Considering he's playing 4 years up is very impressive. Only few young ballers his age could ever achieve this feat. Nwaneri is a brilliant shooter and dribbler, always finding the right angles at the right times, and if the ball goes anywhere within a 2-yard radius of him, his feet act like magnets. He is not scared of any players that dare to come up against him, as he will glide smoothly past his opponents and into the 18-yard box. He has actually played a little under 20 minutes in the Premier League campaign this season, and he does well for himself considering the fact he is playing with guys twice his age. In my opinion, I think Nwaneri is going to be the next Bukayo Saka, an Arsenal born and bred, and he'll be Arsenal's next big star. Center mid,
forgot to mention
Rodrigo
this,
Mora.
but
Rodrigo
he has
Mora
also
is a
been
midfielder
just
who
signed
plays
on
for
his
FC
birthday
Porto's
this
B
year,
team in the
which makes him
Portuguese
a
2nd
full
tier.
professional
He can
player.
also play on
What a
either
birthday
wing,
gift.
which can really help a lot of teams. Mora is a rapid dribbler and a great passer who can see the runner and play a precise ball. Besides being a good player in the middle, he is also lethal on the final third, as Mora has 11 goals and 2 assists in 36 appearances across all competitions. And if you ask me, in my opinion, that's really good for someone that's 16 and that's also playing grown men. Another fact I bet you didn't know was that he is the youngest player ever to play in the Portuguese 2nd tier. He is so good that he got called up from Porto's U15 squad to U17 squad in just 1 year, rather than playing with the U16 team beforehand. His international stint isn't too shabby either, as he played 12 out of 15 games for Portugal's U16 and 17 squads combined, with 2 goals and 2 assists to his name this season. Impressive, isn't it? With his relatively modest size at just 168 centimeters, he can slip through big players on the pitch and put himself in good positions. It'll only be a matter of time before he gets the first team call up. Center mid, Noah Darvic. To round out the midfield, we have another young Germany star in Noah Darvic. He plays for Barcelona's reserves team, having been signed on the 8th of August last year. His last season at SC Freiburg, his previous club, he had 9 goals and 9 assists in 23 games, which is good for a 16-year-old midfielder. He can dribble through defenses and give great balls to forwards, which explain his 8 goals and 8 assists in all competitions this season. His stats in his seasons as a footballer show promising results, which is very helpful to boost his career. Darvic's release clause is set at $1 billion, so you know he's the real deal. Either that, or Barcelona are hoping someone would buy him so they can stop paying their staff in Spotify Premium memberships, which is their only hope. He was a vital asset and leader for Germany's U17 squad in the U17 World Cup, as he had 7 caps. However, if you have a stacked midfield already, no problem. Darvish has proven to be a good winger no matter the case and no matter the time. Noah Darvish has always had an eye for goal and will do whatever it takes to boost his team. Truly one of the midfield maestros of the future. It won't be long before we see him in the first team along with someone else I'm about to mention in this video. Left wing, Lamine Yamal. This is one we could all see coming from a mile away. Lamine Yamal is one of the only forwards under the age of 18 playing at the top level. He normally plays on the right, but he can play both wings, so that's why he's here in case you are wondering. He's fast and seeks numerous opportunities to assist his fellow Barcelona teammates. He has 6 goals and 11 assists so far this season, which is pretty good for a player his age. Now, some of you may be thinking, he's a forward, he should be putting up more numbers than that. I mean, he's 16 years old playing in a league full of guys in their mid-20s, so he's doing pretty well given the circumstances, so cut him some slack. He's the most expensive teenage player in the world, estimated at around 75 million euros. Not many kids can say that. With his promising numbers so far, Yamal has surely locked down his spot on Spain's squad for the summer's Euros and the 2026 World Cup. Even when he's only in high school, he's been rumored to places such as Liverpool as a potential replacement for when Mo Salah leaves soon. Still, there's almost no way this would happen, as he seems content where he is right now with fair game time. After all, this is a team with Ferran Torres and Rafinha, which have both had decent seasons so far. Overall, this is the player everybody will be looking at over the next 10 to 15 years, and for good reason. Some people even call him the next Messi. Let me know if you think so in the comments below. Right wing, Endrick. This is another one we've all heard of before, as Real Madrid have pre-ordered him to arrive on his 18th birthday on July 21st. Endrick is one of, if not the best young Brazilian prospects on the market. Having spent his life in the streets of Brazil and the Palmeiras youth academies, Endrick is a quick dribbler who can get through his massive opponents, or so they seem, and make it look easy. Besides that, he's also great with creating chances for his teammates to score. The only downside? They can't score. During his time with Palmeiras, he's won a fair amount of trophies in 2 years, including 2 Brazilian leagues, 1 Supercopa do Brasil, and 1 Copa São Paulo de Juniors. During his time with the senior Brazil squad, he's played in both friendlies against England and Spain and scored in both. These are proving to be really good signs, especially since these are his first 2 games, so theoretically, he might score every game. I'm just saying. Whenever Endrick gets the chance to play at Real Madrid, hopefully he gets better finishers alongside him, especially with the likes of Vinicius Jr. and Mbappe soon. Striker, Chido Obi Martin. Around 5 months ago, Chido Obi was making headlines for scoring 10 goals in a 14-3 thrashing of Liverpool for Arsenal's U16s. In fact, that caught so much positive attention that he was called up to the U18 squad, where he regularly starts. Obi Martin has also played with the U21s as well, so hopefully that gives you a clear idea on the star we're witnessing. He's also played in the Premier League too, where he scored a hat-trick against Southampton. Just by looking at him, he's very physically sound. As Gunners legend Ian Wright said, Chido Obi Martin, he's 15. Honestly, he's like 6'2", he looks really quick. Dear God, what are they feeding these kids at Arsenal? Anybody that works at Arsenal, you can drop it in the comments below. I'd really appreciate that. Anyways, regarding his abilities on the field, Obi Martin is a clinical finisher, always finding the back of the net and with a good physique, which puts a lot of players off to not challenge him, which is clearly working. Even with guys 2 or 3 years older than him, there is nothing but praise for him, as his Denmark U17 coach Jesper Mikkelsen said. When you look at Chido, he doesn't look like someone who hasn't turned 16 yet. First of all, he has a physique that is really advantageous as a football player. He's big and strong, but he is also reasonably agile. He's good at sticking to his game, but he is also good at challenging and dribbling himself. He has scored 7 goals in 9 games for Denmark's U17 squad so far. Personally, that itself is enough to get a call up to the first team. He can play as a second striker or be a rotation player with Rasmus Højlund at this year's Euros. He's got many European clubs after him, so if Arsenal want to keep him, they need to put the pen to paper right away and make him an Arsenal Pro player as quickly as possible. That is going to be it for this video. Sorry it took such a long time to get out. Much research was required and I've been busy with schools and exams coming up. I hope to be uploading more consistently later during the summer, but I want to hear from you. Comment below if you think I've missed anyone or if you'd like to see any other types of videos. Like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. So yeah, have a good day and peace.